In my left hand, I'm holding a capsicum, a big, tasteless vegetable, a pepper. But in my right hand, I'm holding a kanthari, a small but hot chili. When cooking, the capsicum takes on the flavor of other vegetables, but a kanthari maintains its spice and passes it on. The capsicum could be compared to a person stuck behind a desk in a meaningless job, but a kanthari to a social visionary spicing up the mindset of his or her community. Two years ago, I asked myself this question: who do I want to be? A capsicum or a kanthari? I left my job, left my country, came to Greece, India, and finally Nepal. And in Nepal, I met Luna, a pioneer supporter of social change makers, who connected me with Comrade Sharma, a blind activist fighting for the rights of the visually impaired community. Com was a kanthari graduate from 2009, and he had the spice that I was looking for. So many challenges he had to face, but still he was true to his dream. And that made me think about my dream. If I have a dream, and if I do have a dream, do I have the courage to pursue it? Inspired by him and Luna, I came to Kanthari to pursue my dream of establishing a support network for social change makers, which would not be only limited to Nepal, but would be global. And in Kanthari, interestingly, I discovered my passion for filmmaking and made it a crucial part of my project. And the best part about Kanthari is that I found here not only one Kom, but 20 amazing personalities like him from all over the world. And right now, we are standing in front of you, just about to graduate, speaking our dream speech. But what will happen when we go back? What happens when we go back? You know, there are different stories. I know the story of Kom, the problem of human resources. You know, when he came back with a lot of excitement, a lot of people wanted to join, do something together. But after some time, they realized that it's not the lucrative INGO, that it actually involves a lot of hard work and sacrifice. And he was left alone, managing the project by himself. Another problem is conservative mindsets and family pressure.
My name is Muhammad Shihab from Kerala, India. When I graduated from Kanthari in 2011, I was offered by a government job, and without the Kanthari network around me, my father and relatives convinced me to join the job. Even though it is almost 2 years after graduation, my mind is still in my dream project.
Another important problem is funding. And for that, I would like to give the voice to Raja, who runs the project for prisoners and their children.
From last 2 years of implementing this project, my personal expense had to be reduced drastically. Sometimes I don't have food, I struggle to pay house rent. If I went for a job, my personal expense would have been addressed, but I don't want. I believe that the good work I'm doing will satisfy my personal needs, sooner or later.
Every institution, business school, Kanthari Institute as well, faces the issue when the students, participants graduate. That's why they create alumni programs. But I believe we need something more. We need strengthening our bonds beyond social media. I want to work with other kanthari graduates. That's why my project name is Kanthari Plus. I'll be the only kanthari graduate addressing the needs of other kanthari graduates, understanding their challenges, but also their visions, being able to facilitate relevant support. So far, I have spoken to 30 kanthari graduates, and we have come up with 4 areas to focus on. First one is to make the alumni stronger, especially the ones whose dreams are down. For that, I'll be visiting the project by myself and identifying the gaps and needs. Secondly, to let other people know what we do. Here comes the film documentaries. I'll be making film documentaries by myself to highlight the ethical mindset change which is happening, but also to promote the project. But I'll not only be working by myself, but I also want to work with professional filmmakers so that we can have video material and videos that can be screened on TV stations and even in cinemas. Third component of Kanthari Plus is to address those gaps that have been identified. You know, I want to do it through networking the projects with the people who they need most. You know, some people need volunteers, some other people need experts in a particular field, being linked to some organizations or donors, and I would like to be a bridge for that. And finally, the crucial issue of funding. A lot of us, a lot of NGOs all over the world, they think they have to be funded by external agencies. And they don't see the opportunity to generate income by themselves. And I would like to encourage that, especially through a responsible tourism model, to have tourists coming to the projects and you know, so that they can bring, you know, raise awareness about the projects, but also, you know, bring in donations and also sustain Kanthari Plus. So in the future, the next years, I'm really happy to work and learn together with my colleagues here. And in 5 years' time, I envision a whole ecosystem of ethical social change makers, you know, from all different countries. But I also see their supporters in that ecosystem who will be inspired by what they do. And so far, 77 participants have graduated from the course from 30 different countries. They have started 44 successful projects, and this number is growing every year. But to create that lively ecosystem, we must not forget about supporters, our supporters. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to prepare the Kanthari Plus cocktail. Bear with me. This one we don't need. Well, the first ingredient of the Kanthari Plus cocktail are the bananas. Tasty and filling. You know, those are dedicated to the experts who provide us with their knowledge. Next, a few teaspoons of sugar, you know, a little bit of sweetness, and this is devoted for the volunteers who make us feel we are not alone. Next, a few pods, 3 pods of cardamom, a refreshing taste. Those are the filmmakers and the media. Next is a slice of lemon. It may be sour, but it's very healthy, you know that. It's a lot of vitamin C. And what could be a better description of a Kanthari catalyst? Finally, we come to the milk, 2 glasses of milk. Milk is an essential part of the Kanthari Plus cocktail, and it's reserved for the donors. And, well, what do we have left? Well, now is the time for the tastemaker. The fiery kantharis. But make sure you just put a little bit, because a small kanthari can make a huge difference. Cheers.